Hello everyone, my name is Marcus, and I would like to explain a little bit about ChicagoIX today. If you didn't know, ChicagoIX is a general web directory, which means that any website can be listed on ChicagoIX. And to list a website, you would select the appropriate category and then click Submit Link. If you click Submit Link right now, it would go to a instruction page, guidelines page, where it's explaining the how to submit, general tips. It's very important to view our guidelines because our guidelines are the key to getting in, to getting reviewed and accepted. We are generally receiving 600 to 1,000 submissions every day. And for us to go through that can be very time consuming. So what we generally do is we follow the title, how you title your listing, and a few other factors as mentioned in our guidelines page. But it's very, very important to follow these. As in URL, make sure to not include, unless of course your listing is featured, just make sure to keep it your main URL. And title, keep it your company name or your URL name. So for instance, if it was ChicagoIX, our name is ChicagoIX directory. You can use that for the title. For description, make it very short and no promotional text whatsoever. Promotional language, strings of keywords, and search terms. Try to keep it as unpromotional as you can. And I thought it'd be a good idea to go through the process with you right now. I'll give you a short example. If I was going to submit, let's just say ChicagoIX, you would go to the appropriate category, so computers, internet, and because this is a web directory, a lot of people within the computers category will choose directories, which that's not right. Unless, of course, your directory is completely computer specific only, that there's no arts, entertainment whatsoever. It's just completely computers. But if yours is general like mine, then you would go to searching, and click on that. We do have a couple of search engines, and search engines and directories would follow this category. So we're on this category. Let's click Submit Link. Let's choose Standard. Express is similar to Standard, but you get one deep link. But your listing will be viewed very, very fast, normally within 6 hours. Here at ChicagoIX, we strive to review each listing, no matter whether it's standard or express or even featured. We try to review them as quickly as possible. Standard listings normally were reviewed within 2 days. All standard listings. Even though we receive thousands of submissions per week, our grading process, determining whether the listing is spam or if it's an actual listing, it's really quick. It's really quick. So I wouldn't be too worried about this. If you could choose standard, and that'll be completely fine. We're not going to, if you follow our guidelines, we'll make sure that you're accepted. And let's click standard. Oh, I forgot to mention this little widget right here, the side of the week. This is for featured members. Any featured listing will have at least one opportunity to be on this little widget, which this is on any inner page. So it's very powerful. We receive thousands of visitors every day, so this can be a big thing for your company. Okay, so title. let's follow the guidelines, which is ChicagoIX directory. Actually, to make it a little more convenient for you, let me click on the guidelines so that, okay, so right now we are looking at the title. Title, capitalize the first letter of every word, except for and, or any I'm trying to remember my English here, but just even if you capitalize the first letter of every word, it would be accepted. We would just modify it a little bit. URL, make sure you don't use a subdomain, of course. So, like this would be wrong using this unless, of course, you have a featured, or if it does have some actual benefit. There's a lot of spammers that will do this where it just does not. It's not meaningful one bit. So it's always good to have your main URL. So we're gonna go with that. Description. I'm just going to come up with one. Offers free and paid link. This is ChicagoIX's generic description, but as you can see, there's no mention of the company name, ChicagoIX directory, and it's very simple. So a general web directory organized by categories offers free and paid link options. So you have to explain it as if you didn't own it, as if you see it as it is. All the features it has within it, no promotional text whatsoever. And even if you do, let's just say you did mention your domain name. ChicagoIX is most of the time, if you had this correct, we will just change it to a general web directory and make it. And it's always good. It's very convenient to. My name is Marcus, so it's convenient to have an owner name and email. ChicagoIX, meta keywords. Don't try to spam here. I would go with about 3 to 5 keyword phrases, or just keywords if you want. My main keyword phrase for ChicagoIX is general web directory, so I think I'll just use that as a keyword phrase, and I think I'll just put ChicagoIX as well for another one. Meta description could be the same, but it is acceptable to include the domain name. So ChicagoIX is a general web directory organized by categories. This would all be acceptable. This would be very awesome if we receive more listings that were like this, very similar like this. And one of the hardest parts is declining a listing. We really try to. We would really like for everybody to be accepted, and they could. It's just there's just so many listings we receive every single day. And if they all look like this, of course we would accept them in a heartbeat. But well, anyway, so down here, just enter the CAPTCHA, and then you would click agree, which this has already been accepted as this is the actual ChicagoIX main page. If I click this, it would say that this is not valid, it's not unique, which that means that there's another listing on here which has this exact title, and same with the URL. So this was just a glimpse on how to submit. Normally, if this was unique, if I had something different, then you would be able to accept this, and it would say link submitted. And within a couple of days, we would respond with hopefully that your listing got accepted. We do not send out messages if it got declined. So if you do not receive an acceptance letter within 3 to 7 days, try resubmitting again, or you could just contact us. Most of the time, we would have already reviewed your listing. But other than that, um, let's talk about some of the benefits of being a featured member real quick. So I already mentioned side of the week, which are displayed right here. Then there's the latest feature links, which these are just the latest 5 feature links. So if we didn't receive, we generally receive. This will be updated pretty much almost all the time. So you will be on here for a short amount of time. But this is one of the biggest benefits, is being the side of the week, that you have that option of being here. Well, this starts every Wednesday, so it's Wednesday to Wednesday. I would say with the biggest featured benefit is just being above regular listing. So let's go back to computers. Let's go back to internet and searching. And I just wanted to explain this right here. These are all the featured, these 3 right here. And it's just being above this. ChicagoIX is fairly new as a directory. It was, although it was established in 2007, we did not start promoting it till 2011. That's why we only have a few active links. And please be aware that there are many directories out there that have tens of thousands of links. Most of the time, these are not reviewed, and it does not help one bit. Well, I hope you enjoyed this very short video. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us through our main page, which is right here. Fill in your name, email, subject, message, and we will get back to you as soon as possible, hopefully within 24 hours.